Hey everybody, Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. It's just a little bit before 10 a.m. Friday morning here at Del Nor-Wiggins Pass State Park in North Naples, Florida. Another beautiful morning here. Nice beach walk this morning, very peaceful this morning. Saw something interesting in this morning's beach walk. Right in the beginning, we saw a feeding frenzy, the fish just going crazy, the water just churning with fish this morning. Kind of an amazing sight. You probably want to check that out, the video of this morning's beach walk, Friday morning. Beautiful here. Not seeing or smelling any signs of red tide here at Del Nor-Wiggins. That doesn't mean it can't be out skulking about there, out in deeper waters. But the beach was clean this morning. Beautiful, and those beautiful shadows from the pine trees here on the beach. I think that is so neat. But I'm here to have my Friday morning conversation with Roy. Oop, there's an osprey right up here above me again in the pine trees here. I think they're getting ready to nest. There's a nest up here, and I think they're getting ready to nest. I don't see the osprey. I heard it. It's hiding behind some branches here, but if you look close, you can see the nest right up there. Look at that beautiful blue sky. It's right up here somewhere. You can hear it chirping away. I do not see it. And there's another one circling around by the water. Well, let's go have my chat with Roy here, see what he's got to say. There's a helicopter flying around too, way high up in the sky above us. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Let's go see what he's got to say here. See if he's awake. Are you awake?
Boy, this is really interesting. Really interesting.
Paul Newman, huh?
About his salad and developing it.
Really?
All the problems he had, yeah. Man, oh man, it's interesting.
So is it just about his life, his whole life story, Paul Newman?
Yeah, it's about his life story. Racing those cars and, well, being successful in the movies, his first success. And it's a really good story.
He was quite an actor,
yeah.
Quite an actor. He's in a lot of movies, and he's done a lot of other things too.
Yeah, he said he made about 45 movies, and out of those, he said only half a dozen were any good.
He was in 45 movies?
45 movies,
wow.
He said. Well, he was looking back on things when he decided to get into the salad dressing business and, forget that other. I don't know if he's still making movies. He's still alive.
Yeah, Paul Newman. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. It probably will say on his book there in the cover if he's still around.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I got a good word of the day if you don't have one.
Well, what's your word?
I would think what we were talking about was technology.
Technology, that's a good word.
That's what we were talking about this morning.
Technology, yeah,
How all the different things have evolved and changed from when you were a kid and to today. My Lord.
Yeah. Technology is a good word.
I was thinking about several things. Do you remember? I mean, when a pocket calculator came out?
Yeah, how about that?
I mean, that was just absolutely incredible.
Well, these phones everybody uses.
Well, now, yeah.
They're calculators.
But do you remember when all it did was a calculator?
Yeah.
And they called it a pocket calculator.
Pocket calculator.
You had to have some pretty big pockets to fit it in when it first came out.
Yeah, it was little.
But, I mean, that was the beginning of the computer age right there when those things came out. And then they came out, remember when the watches, they took the hands off and they came to a digital watch?
That's right, digital watches. You push a button and everything happens.
And if you didn't have one of those, you were nobody.
Yeah.
You had to have one when they came out.
Made over in China, and they didn't cost hardly anything.
Nope, they were cheap.
I couldn't believe all of that little paraphernalia so cheap.
Yep, that was amazing, the digital watches.
Well, ballpoint pens.
Yep.
Remember, it used to be the old
Yep.
pen with that quill and everything. And
Yep.
always was dribbling
Oh, yeah,
dribbling ink all over the place.
You'd get ink in your pockets and stuff, and
Yeah.
And then they came out with the ballpoint pen. That was huge, huge.
Yeah, a big deal.
Man, I mean, so many, and that that was a relatively small invention, but boy, it sure changed
Oh,
things.
everybody uses them. I mean,
Yep.
it's just the old quill. That was terrible.
Or the old fountain pens. Then they had
Fountain
the
pens,
fountain pen where you put the cartridge in.
Yeah.
Yep, and it'd always make a mess.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would always make a mess.
Well, then you had what do they call
An
it?
inkwell.
Inkwell, yeah.
That was it. Before that,
Dip it in, yeah, the inkwell. And then
Back when they used to
you'd
use-
spill that on your desk by mistake, and bump it over, it would go.
yeah. Before that, they used feathers. Remember, they'd have a quill. They would use
A quill, I've used those.
really.
Yeah, oh sure, they work good.
Huh. And that's just one little change. I mean, my gosh. And you were talking about the space, going out into space.
Oh, and
how
the
that's-
rockets, the spaceships. Can you believe it? Walking on the moon and
now-
space travel.
And now you can go into space. If you have $1 million or whatever, you can
Yeah.
buy a ticket and go into space. That's
And
just
jet
amazing.
engines, boy, the first jet engines.
I
It
remember
was
when
hard
they
to
came out.
believe.
I remember when the jet engines came out. I was a little kid, but
Yeah.
man, that was so neat to see the jet planes and the big jet passenger planes.
Well, we flew over to Hawaii, and it was a prop job when we first went over
Oh
there.
yeah, it must have took forever.
Oh, it ground away, and a lot of noise too.
Oh, yeah, they were noisy.
Oh, man.
Then they came out with prop jets. Remember when that it was a
Yeah, prop jet.
yeah, they called it. Yep, that was like the in
The
between.
jet ran the propeller or some
Yep,
darn thing.
Yep,
Yeah,
Those-
they didn't have a regular engine, regular reciprocating engine.
yep.
That's right, prop jets. Bye, George.
And now they got planes that fly, passenger planes that go supersonic speeds. Well, actually, they took those out of the air. I think they stopped flying those, the supersonic.
Or did they have problems?
I don't know. I forget what happened. I think they took those Concords out of circulation. They were pretty old. I don't know if they still have supersonic flights, across to Europe, back and forth, or not. That's a
Well,
don't
the
know.
airlines, I was always nervous when you'd get aboard one. Now it's matter of fact, but I was
right now. It's just like hopping in the
always
car.
nervous there'd be a crash or
Well,
something.
traveling in the plane in the old days, you used to get dressed up. It was like an occasion.
That's right.
My mom would put a tie on
Oh,
me and a
you'd put on your
jacket.
suit and
Yeah,
tie.
when you'd fly on the plane.
That's
You'd get all
right.
dressed up.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
because it wasn't an everyday occurrence.
and then everybody smoked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then they relegated the smokers to the back.
To the back, yeah, that made a big difference.
And a lot of them were bootleg. They didn't go to the back. They just kind of puff away.
Yep.
Ugh.
Then when they finally stopped the smoking on the planes, they still had the ashtrays in them forever and ever. You
That's
had the
right.
ashtray in the arm of the chair.
Yeah, everybody had a fit when they couldn't smoke anymore.
Yeah. Now flying on a plane's like hopping in your car. You don't get that great service, like all the food and everything. If
Yeah.
you're lucky, they'll toss you a can of soda or a bottle of water and a bag
Oh,
of
they
peanuts.
they brought all kind of yummy
Remember, you
food.
used to get a full course meal.
Oh, it was really something. Well, then the security, they didn't have all the security because they had.
Oh,
then they
yeah.
had those problems.
Yeah, you'd walk right out onto the ramp, walk up the steps,
Oh
get
yeah,
on the plane.
yeah. They
You
never
could go in the cockpit.
they never tested you whether you had a machine gun under your coat
No.
or what.
You could go up into the cockpit.
Oh yeah, I used to
When-
go up and chat with the
Yeah,
pilot.
when you were a little kid, you go up there and they'd let you sit in the seat.
Yeah,
and
they
they'd
let
give
you
you a
show
little,
you all the
a little
dials.
set of wings to put on your shirt.
Yeah, I remember going up and sitting in the cop. You could sit behind the pilot, kind of a little seat there.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
the
right.
jump seat there. That was just absolutely incredible how things have changed. I mean, back,
Some for the better, some not so good.
yeah, I mean, when you were young, it was trains were the big way, weren't they, of getting around before planes really?
Yeah, I guess so. I
became
never was
popular?
much on train. My brother loved trains. He took trains all over the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, trains are big overseas. But they have,
he'd go overseas.
They have high-speed trains, They have those bullet trains and stuff overseas.
Well, then they dug holes and made the subways.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe
Lord,
that. Under New York. I couldn't. I went out to New York on a business trip, rode in that subway. It was unbelievable.
That was quite an undertaking, the subways in New York. I know there's books about that. You like engineering. Have you ever read any of those books about building those subways?
I think I might have, but I'll have to get back to that.
It's incredible the way they did that.
Well, they must have run in a lot of old buried sewer lines and I don't know what all.
All kinds of. I'm sure they've, water too. I mean, just the problem with the water.
Foundations of buildings. Holy cats! I don't know how deep they are underneath the surface.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
I
know there's places where you can, like I know when we were just up in Boston, there was like a grate in the ground and you could look down and you could see the trains down there. It was like a ventilation shaft or something. Yeah, you can look down
trains
there.
Roaring by.
See the trains running underneath you. Yeah.
Oh, and they go fast too.
Yeah.
They don't wait
Some of
around.
them do go fast. Yeah. But they have a guy, a person up there running them. The motorman or whatever they call
Really?
him. Yeah. The ones we saw in Boston, I think 90% of the operators were women, were female. Yeah.
They're probably good operators. I know they're good drivers.
Like school bus drivers.
Yeah.
A lot of the school bus drivers now, or the majority of them, are female. So.
I think they're more attentive to what they're doing than men are. Men are more prone to looking around and,
Probably. Absolutely. They're more matronly. Absolutely. Taking care of their customers.
Yeah.
Especially on a school bus.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I mean, that's just, so many things have changed. School buses. There was no such thing when you were a kid as a school bus.
School bus. Yeah.
Even the school buses are changing now. Now they're air conditioned, and they used to just be. It was not fun riding on a school bus in the old days.
Yeah, it was kind of hot as I remember.
They were hot. They didn't have good suspension.
Yeah, the thing would bang along. Oh, terrible.
But man, that's just, everything is changing for the better, and it seems to be changing faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, well, constant improvement.
Yep.
That's great.
And now they have all this, what they call AI, the artificial intelligence. That's where computers and devices actually learn how to do things on their own. And they say someday it is possible that the machines could take over the world if it keeps going the way it's going. I mean, that's a crazy
you still
thought.
need maintenance, man, to keep the machines going.
They'll do it themselves. It's crazy. It's when they talk about this artificial intelligence, it's just mind-boggling how
they maintain themselves.
They get smarter and smarter by doing tasks. They just get smarter and smarter and smarter. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, but somebody's got to program them.
Yeah.
The machine can't do that all on its own.
It can. It can program another machine. Machines can program machines. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of the young people are into computer work somehow or other, just about all different facets of it.
Well, that's it. You have to be. I mean, that's a good field to be in. That and medicine are two good fields to get into.
Probably, yeah.
Get in the medical field, get in the computer industry. The entertainment industry is good too. I mean, if you get in the right way.
Yeah.
People always want to be entertained.
Well, I sure enjoyed the construction industry.
Yep.
They're still building things.
Yep. Construction's another, and that's another industry that's, my gosh, changed those. I mean, the equipment, the tools. I mean, now they have these lasers to shoot the grades and everything. They use lasers.
Is that right?
Instead of going out in the old days with the transit and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now they use lasers to take their measurements.
Is that right?
It's unbelievable.
Oh, we always had a surveyor out there.
Yep.
To check things.
Well, you still have surveyors, but it's just their tools have changed.
I suppose.
And now the computer, you don't sit there at a desk with a pencil and a big piece of paper and an eraser designing stuff anymore. Now you do it all on a computer.
I guess so.
And it's all three-dimensional. you can rotate the building on the computer. You can see it, all the
Yeah, that's
top,
what this
bottom.
Rick said that I play chess with. He does that.
Yep.
Designing with a computer.
He should show it to you someday how that works. You'd get a big kick out of that. It's really
amazing.
neat. I mean, it is amazing.
Yeah, my buildings, I had a T-square and a triangle and my big drawing board and a big sheet of paper and a pencil, and you design the building.
Like a draftsman, yeah.
Yeah, you draw it right on the paper.
Yeah.
And then you roll them up and take them into the building inspector, and he'd look it over for about 5 minutes or so, and they'd say, "Oh, fine." You stamp it, and you're off to the races.
Then you get it turned into blueprints. Remember that? You take it to the blueprinter, and they print them out for you.
I can't believe how easy it was to get a permit. I guess it's a little changed now.
Yeah. I think as long as they got their money.
And we didn't have to worry about the spotted owl either.
The spotted owl.
And the environmentalists skulking about when you're trying to dig a hole in the earth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's too bad. Helicopters. Do you hear that helicopter? You hear it?
Yeah.
He is way, way, way up in the sky.
I guess they're still worried about the spotted owl.
Absolutely. They're worried about the spotted owl and other animals too. They were here way before us.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly important to preserve the spotted owl. I don't quite see how we could live satisfactorily without a spotted owl lurking about in the trees.
Well, why would you want to make an animal extinct?
I wouldn't.
That's why you.
But you might need the tree to build something.
There's plenty of other trees.
Yeah.
They can take this pine tree right here next to us. What would you think of that?
We got to preserve that.
One day.
Some nut was talking about the fact that they aren't indigenous. They were going to cut them down.
Yeah, they're not. They've been cutting them down all over Florida. They're really nasty trees. But
I figure I'm not indigenous, and they're not cutting us down.
Well, they might. We'll be next.
We're not indigenous.
We'll be going next.
Who wants to be indigenous?
Who is indigenous?
It sounds kind of putrid.
Those
indigenous.
Those ones up there and at the north end, they're probably going to fall over because the roots are all sticking out now from when the water came up to them.
Yeah, eventually they grow and die, but in the meantime, they're pretty darn nice.
They give the ospreys some place to build a nest.
Yeah, trees are wonderful.
That osprey quieted down. I was over there when I first walked out. Now I don't hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it needs to hear a little harmonica music. Sometimes that wakes it up and gets it going. Need to learn a bird song. What kind of bird songs are there? Are there any songs about birds?
I don't know if they have songs about birds. Are always singing themselves.
Wasn't there a Mockingbird song or something?
Yeah.
Mockingbird.
About the Mockingbird. Have you ever heard of Mockingbird?
Yes, they mock you. Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah. They don't mock you, but they just screech when you talk.
What do they do?
They screech when you talk, like they're talking back at you.
Really?
Mockingbirds, yeah.
Where do you see that?
I forget where it was. We don't have them down here, I don't think.
Yeah.
Up in, well, actually, yeah, we do have mockingbirds here. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, we do have mockingbirds. Yeah, and they're noisy.
Oh, darn.
Very noisy. Yeah, we do have them because they get you up early in the morning sometimes. You hear them in the trees around the house.
Really?
Yep, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you one if we ever see one out here. I'm sure they're out here. Yep. They're common around here. They're one of the nasty birds too, like the blue jays that chase after the other birds.
Really?
Yeah. And the mockingbirds they dive at you if they have a nest around in a tree and you're walking around. They come down and try to peck at you.
I just see them protecting their young. I think that's a high calling.
Yeah.
Seems all the animals do that.
Yep. And the blue jays. Those blue jays are pretty tough birds too. They're always chasing the other birds off. Like those little birds we saw the other day chasing after that hawk that landed up there.
Yeah,
the
wasn't
little
that
birds
something?
Going after that big bird.
They finally got him to take off. Yeah,
he
that
wasn't
was
in his nest.
Yeah.
He was in somebody else's nest. That was something.
Well, you know, throughout the world, we do the same thing in our wars where you're
Yep.
chasing after somebody else.
Yep. Chase them out of your territory.
Every animal is chasing another one out of there, either chasing them to eat them or to get them out of there.
Yep. You're right about that. An endless circle.
Yeah, all eating each other. We do the same thing. It's just we pay hunters and butchers to do our work for us.
Right. We don't do the dirty work. We have somebody else do it.
Basically, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Eating the other animals.
We just have somebody else do the dirty work. So what do you think? You gonna play a little tune for us?
Well, I don't quite know what to play.
Well, surprise us. That was a good one. Good old summertime. Still got a clog there?
Couple of dead reeds on that one.
Couple dead reeds. Still sounding pretty good though. Still sounding good. I think it'll kind of clear out here one of these days. There we go. The old silvery moon. By the silvery moon. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. A classic.
It is.
That's definitely a classic here at this beach.
Yeah, well, we do have a silvery moon. Oh, I come out in the evenings, there's that little sickle moon.
Isn't that something?
It's really something, and the evening star, I think it's Venus, is over near it. That's really something.
It is beautiful. Did you come out to the beach last night?
I was out here last night,
Did you see a lot of dolphins last night, or was it kind of quiet?
No dolphins. But the
this?
sun came down and it was all kind of green tint. It was really pretty.
Really? You could see
Tint
the sun
in the
last
sky,
night?
yeah. And all the sunshine was green, and then it went down in the sea. There was no green rays when it went down, but a lot of little green tint.
But you could see the sun go down last night.
Yeah, it was
into the
pretty.
water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was good. But then there was hardly any color after that, though.
Really?
Funny about color.
Yeah.
What else do we want to hear?
I don't know. How about
working on a railroad?
Working on the old railroad? Give it a workout? Bouncing around. Yes, sir. That's the toe tapper.
Strumming on the old
The
banjo.
toe tapper right there. That is the toe tapping song for you. That gets you moving in the morning.
It does. Working on a railroad.
That's your exercise for the morning.
Well, they brought in Chinese laborers, didn't they, for the railroad?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hard workers.
Yep.
Oh, Louis was here last night with his Chinese wife.
Oh, really?
Charming lady, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was married to an Asian
Oh,
lady.
yeah, I knew
Nice.
it, but I hadn't met her. But they had barbecue on the beach here last night.
Oh, nice.
Met him, yeah.
He's a good guy, Louis.
Yeah, sure
Good
is.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, how about our theme song? We got to do our theme song. You Are My Sunshine.
Oh, really? We didn't have that, huh?
Not yet. Got to have that before we get out of here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. That was it. That was our song for the day. Our theme song.
Sunshine.
Yep.
My only sunshine. You make me happy when I am gray, or skies are gray.
Skies are gray.
The
Yep.
skies are gray.
You'll never know, dear.
You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
And the second verse, not the same as the first.
I can't remember how it works.
Jan and Bobby know that second verse. They were singing.
That's
along.
right,
They
they
were
sing
singing.
away.
Yep, they knew all the verses. Can't wait for them to get back. Boy.
Gonna take a sentimental journey.
Sentimental journey.
Sentimental journey home. 7, that's the time we leave, is 7. I'll be waiting up for heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that carried me back. Bum. Never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? Boom. Gonna take a sentimental journey. Sentimental journey home.
Nice. There's a new one. I like it.
Yeah.
We end with a high note there. I love it.
right.
A sentimental journey. Amen to that.
Shovel all the coal then. Gotta keep her rolling.
All right. Well, I'm going to shove off here, matey.
Okay.
A week from this Sunday.
Hey, that'll be a good time.
You'll be cutting the cake at the VFW for the Navy's birthday.
Yeah, I'll put it on my calendar. That'll be fun.
Yep, that'll be fun. Everybody wants to join us up there. Come on up to the VFW in Bonita Springs.
I don't know. The only problem, the knife they have isn't quite big enough for that big cake.
That big sword. Cut it with a big saber. Yeah.
I think it was.
Yep, a big saber. Nope, that was fun. Dancing. There'll be some good food up there.
Hey, can't
And
beat
of course,
that.
the birthday cake.
Oh boy, color me in.
That's Sunday the 13th, folks.
That'll be a blast.
I'm guessing the festivities start around noon. Probably the cake cutting is going to be around 1, but it's open to the public. Come on up. VFW, Bonita Springs.
Festivities around noon, huh?
Yeah, I think that's when it'll start. But I think the cake cutting will be either around 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But they'll have music and probably some barbecue or something. Good food up there.
Can't
it's
beat
always,
that.
It's always cheap, too.
It's
cheap.
a good time, yeah.
So hopefully we'll see some of our friends up there.
Hey, would that be a blast?
It would be. And then this Sunday morning, you have to be here. Because I'm going to bring a bucket with a bunch of names in it, and you're going to pull a name out. And that's the people that watch us here. One of them is going to win a free membership here to the Friends of Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park.
Really?
Whoever's name we pull out, they're going to get a year membership to it.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see who gets that. But you're going to pull their name out.
No kidding.
And
When'll that be?
that'll be Sunday morning sometime.
Good
I don't know
show.
what time. But it'll be you and me, and I'll film it so people see there's no hanky-panky. But you're going to be the master of ceremonies.
Gosh sake, what an honor.
There you go. All right.
That'll be
Well,
good.
you are you
Should
started.
I put on my tuxedo?
Not for that.
Top hat and
You
tuxedo?
could bring your top hat. You could wear your top hat. That'd be funny.
I don't even think I got a top hat.
That would be funny.
I got a tuxedo.
Well, bring your captain's hat so you look official.
Somewhere there's a tuxedo.
I'll remind you to bring your captain's hat so you look official.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Should I do that?
Yep. All right, Daddy-o.
Well, that's just tomorrow, huh? Or day
Sunday.
after
Yep,
tomorrow.
day after tomorrow.
Goodness me.
All righty. I'll see you later
Okay.
in the morning. Tally ho.
Tally ho.
Woo-hoo. Oh, thanks for watching, everybody. Nice long little chat there. Not only harmonica music, but a little bit of singing too. Sentimental Journey. That was fun hearing Roy singing Sentimental Journey. Look at how beautiful it is out here. Well, I will be back out here again tomorrow morning, so be sure to tune in. And if you like what you see, hit the like and share always. Please consider becoming a supporter of Southwest Florida Television if you like what you see. So I can continue to come out here and share my moments with Roy and my beach walks and the photos and videos that I do here. It's all about the supporters. That's why I'm out here. Look at those clouds now forming. Beautiful. It was clear blue sky earlier. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful day or evening, wherever you're watching from, whatever time of the day. Spread the word about Southwest Florida Television. I'm Robb Stan. God bless.